Hey, you're Tristan here, and the topic on the table is potential, living up to your highest potential. Now, let me tell you how I know you want to hear about this because you've already thought about it today. How do I know that? You've made a decision, whether it was a pre made decision, like, am I going to work? What car you're going to drive? Am I going to eat at all? Am I going to go outside wearing clothes? Those were probably decisions you made. But sometimes there are other decisions, like, am I going to actually switch careers? Am I going to switch relationships? Or am I going to get into a relationship? Am I going to start investing my money? Or am I going to switch the places that I do invest my money into a different place? We all make decisions on a day to day basis, from small things like what am I going to eat to larger decisions like what am I going to do with the next 5 to 10 years of my life. And each and every decision, no matter how small, no matter how big it is all helping us arrive at our highest potential. Because we want to make decisions that are serving our best interest. We only want to do things that are going to help us grow, help us be the best people that we possibly can be. And life presents a lot of decisions. There are numerous paths that we can follow, and a lot of those paths are good ones. You know, life hands us plenty of good decisions. Shall I do this or shall I do that? They both are good. How do I figure out which way to go? And that's where figuring out how to arrive at your highest potential comes into play. That's why this is so important, because every day we make a decision that affects the trajectory of our lives. And we have to be on top of it. We have to be diligent making good and wise decisions, thinking about how can we arrive at that potential. When you have water in a glass and you're pouring the water in the glass, you can see the rim of the glass. You can see where the glass stops. So there's no question of how much water you can actually pour into the glass. But our lives aren't the same. We don't have a meter outside of us that tells us how much we can actually accomplish. Sometimes fear stops us from pouring more and more into the glass of our lives because we don't know what our potential looks like. So sometimes we don't even go out for the best that we possibly can be because we don't know what it looks like. So here are some things that we should be looking at, paying attention to, applying to our lives strategies that will help us arrive at the highest potential that we possibly can have. All right, so first, think about joy. Ask yourself, out of all the decisions you can make, out of all the paths you can take, what's going to bring you the most joy? Think about waking up on a Monday morning. What's going to bring the biggest smile to your face? Think about a long day doing whatever it is. Where can you be the least frustrated? Think about going through a long, arduous journey. What is going to make you most fulfilled? Think about joy. Everyone doesn't have it, sadly. And if people do have it, they may not have it all day. But you have the decision to make about living up to your highest potential. And that looks like having joy. Waking up every day not loving your life is not going to help you be successful. Trust me, plenty of studies have proven it. The happier you are, the better you perform. The better you perform, the better the results. And it just continues to build momentum from there. So, living up to your highest potential looks like picking a path that will ultimately bring you the most joy. After thinking about joy, what's going to bring a smile to your face? Think about where you can best leverage your strengths. Now, we were all created differently. We all have different geniuses, different strengths, different talents, and everyone can't leverage those strengths at the same place. Some of us are more creative, some of us are more analytical, and those two people don't thrive in the same environment all the time. So you have to figure out how you were created, what you do best, and put yourself in a position that allows you to shine the brightest. It doesn't make sense for you to be this amazing light covering yourself because you chose a path that doesn't allow you to be your best self. It's all right to be different. It's all right to pick a different path. And quite honestly, picking the different path, the road less traveled, that's probably a hint that you're going on the right direction because it's scary. But for some reason, you picked it anyway. because you have faith, you have courage that that is the path for you. So if you're on that journey, you're trying to figure out what should I do, think about where you can best leverage how you were created, what you are already best at. And then next, think about the impact that you will have on the world. What can you do to better the world that you live in? It can be easy to be self-serving, to be egocentric, to think about what can I get out of the deal? How can I take care of me, then my closest, then maybe those around us? But if you think about stretching your hand as far as it can go, serving people that you've never seen, creating something or doing something or using your gifts and talents in a way that you can affect so many more people, that will bring you joy because you're using those strengths and you're creating impact. So think about impact first before you think about self-comfort, because a lot of things could make you comfortable, but a few things will create impact. And when you create impact, you're living up to your highest potential because you weren't just created to serve you. You were created to serve the world around you. And thinking about impact will surely put you on that path. Living up to your highest potential is something that few people do because so many of us are focused on just taking care of me. But if you take care of the needs of others, it's almost impossible for your needs not to be met. So be strong, be courageous, be bold, live up to your highest potential. You're the only person that can stop you.